We as commentators stood in the sacristy at a microphone and commented on the parts of the Mass as it progressed. And that didn't last very long. The penitential rite, the Kyrie, would be commented on. The commentator would say, as we recite the Kyrie or the Lord have mercy, we deepen our approach, we admit our sinfulness, and prepare our souls for the reception of the sacrament. It was certainly less than a year. I think I associate Father Packard, Father Welsh, Father Tui. There were some overlappings. Father Goman came at the end of that period, and it was a gradual thing with the dictates of Vatican II, the turning of the altar, the priest facing the congregation, what is part of the architecture of many parishes today which are building new churches. There is simply one altar, and that is designed to have the priest face the congregation. At Incarnation, there are the 3 steps symbolizing the Trinity, I've been told. The steps up to the altar table, and the priest that then stood with his back to the congregation, and after a time the temporary altar became permanent, and we operate with a tabernacle which is in its original place. Some parishes have redesigned the interior sanctuary space and have put the tabernacle with the Blessed Sacrament in it off to the side. The Christian family movement was oriented toward the spiritual side of living together as a Christian family. And Keane had a spiritual or religious connotation, but it was pretty much social. The couples would gather occasionally for a Keane dinner, and inevitably there would be some kind of spiritual aspect or religious aspect or Christian social aspect to the gathering. After our youngest became school age, Kay was teaching at Regina High School and I was at St. Thomas Academy. We were fairly busy and we had 4 little kids. So we served on committees and Kay remembers at suppers and Oktoberfest dinners, standing there with a dish towel and the dishes would be passed and wiped and restored to the pot. I served, I remember once calling bingo and I worked in the kitchen and serving tables and so on. One thing that the men's club did was to work on the Saturday before the Mother's Day, and Phillips, Bob Phillips and Jenny, his wife, won the prize for the most daughters. I think they had 7. And but they, at one occasion, on Saturday afternoon, a group of men gathered in the kitchen and I just remembered the old dishwasher. The lever would be pushed and the operator would recite the Hail Mary and then pull back the lever, and that was timing, graceful timing. And but back to the Saturday in mind, we cracked eggs and peeled fruit and got ready for the brunch the next day. And following the brunch, the president of the Mothers Club said in public at the microphone, she wanted to thank the men for preparing and serving this lovely brunch, and she hoped soon to be able to retaliate. And as an English teacher, that caught my eye or my ear. And there were many Hail Marys recited as the old dishwasher was operating. Parish council leads to school board, and for Sister Marie Julia was the principal of the school. There was some agitation in the parish for a school board that would allow parents some input. And Monsignor Gormley, Donald Gormley, was the pastor at that time, and he agreed to have a school board if I would be president, and I had known him at St. Thomas, and so I was safe.